The arrest of former Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte sent shockwaves across the globe. On March 11, 2025, Duterte was apprehended in Manila on an arrest warrant issued by the International Criminal Court. This unprecedented event marked a pivotal moment in the fight against impunity for crimes against humanity. The arrest stemmed from Duterte's alleged involvement in extrajudicial killings carried out during his brutal war on drugs campaign. Duterte's arrest marked the culmination of years of investigation and advocacy by human rights organizations. The ICC's decision to pursue charges against a former head of state underscored the court's commitment to upholding international law and holding perpetrators accountable, regardless of their position or power. The world watched closely as Duterte, once considered untouchable, was taken into custody. His arrest served as a stark reminder that even those in the highest echelons of power are not above the law. Rodrigo Duterte's presidency, from 2016 to 2022, was marred by widespread allegations of human rights abuses. At the heart of these allegations was his signature war on drugs campaign. Launched shortly after assuming office, the campaign aimed to eradicate illegal drug use in the Philippines through aggressive and often deadly means. Human rights groups, both within the Philippines and internationally, documented a chilling pattern of extrajudicial killings and other human rights violations. The Philippine police were accused of carrying out systematic executions of suspected drug users and dealers, often without trial or due process. The ICC's investigation focused on the period between 2011 and 2019, encompassing Duterte's time as mayor of Davao City and his presidency. The charges against him centered on crimes against humanity, including murder, torture, and enforced disappearances. The International Criminal Court, established in 2002, stands as a beacon of hope for victims of the gravest crimes. As a court of last resort, the ICC's jurisdiction comes into play when national courts are unable or unwilling to prosecute individuals accused of genocide, crimes against humanity, war crimes, and the crime of aggression. Guided by the Rome Statute, its founding treaty, the ICC operates independently of any state or political influence. Its mandate is rooted in the belief that the most serious crimes of concern to the international community as a whole must not go unpunished. The ICC's pursuit of justice transcends national borders, ensuring that perpetrators are held accountable for their actions, regardless of where the crimes were committed. Section 4. Navigating jurisdictional waters. The ICC's arrest of Rodrigo Duterte raised complex legal questions concerning the court's jurisdiction. The Philippines had withdrawn from the Rome Statute in 2018, a move orchestrated by Duterte himself in response to the ICC's preliminary examination into his war on drugs campaign. However, the ICC's jurisdiction extends to crimes committed while a state was a party to the Rome Statute, irrespective of its subsequent withdrawal. The Philippines' withdrawal took effect in 2019, meaning the ICC retained jurisdiction over crimes allegedly committed during Duterte's presidency. The ICC argued that the alleged crimes against humanity, committed between 2011 and 2019, fell within its temporal jurisdiction. The Philippine government, initially resistant, ultimately agreed to cooperate with the ICC's arrest warrant, paving the way for Duterte's transfer to The Hague. Section 5. A trail of evidence, building the case. The ICC's decision to issue an arrest warrant for Rodrigo Duterte was grounded in a substantial body of evidence. The court's prosecution team meticulously gathered evidence from various sources, including witness testimonies, police reports, and human rights documentation. Eyewitness accounts painted a grim picture of extrajudicial killings carried out by police officers and vigilantes, allegedly operating with impunity. Victims' families bravely shared their stories, providing harrowing details of their loved ones' deaths. The ICC also relied on reports from reputable human rights organizations, such as Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch, which had documented widespread and systematic human rights abuses in the Philippines during Duterte's rule. The evidence presented a compelling case against Duterte, prompting the ICC to proceed with the arrest warrant. Section 6. A chorus of condemnation, the international response. The arrest of Rodrigo Duterte elicited a swift and resolute response from the international community. Human rights organizations, world leaders, and international bodies welcomed the move as a crucial step towards accountability for grave human rights abuses. Amnesty International hailed the arrest as a victory for the thousands of families in the Philippines who have sought justice. Human Rights Watch echoed this sentiment, stating that Duterte's arrest sends a powerful message that even those in positions of power can be held accountable for their crimes. The United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights expressed hope that the arrest would contribute to ending impunity for human rights violations. The international community's united stance sent a clear message that crimes against humanity would not be tolerated. Section 7. A global message: no one is above the law. Rodrigo Duterte's arrest reverberated far beyond the Philippines, carrying profound implications for international human rights law. The event served as a resounding affirmation that no one, regardless of their status or power, is above the law. The ICC's willingness to hold a former head of state accountable set a powerful precedent, signaling that impunity for human rights abuses will no longer be accepted. Duterte's arrest reinforced the principle of universal jurisdiction, whereby states can claim criminal jurisdiction over perpetrators of certain crimes, regardless of where the crimes were committed. The arrest served as a stark reminder to leaders around the world that they are not immune from prosecution for crimes against humanity. The international community's response underscored the growing consensus that human rights violations will be met with consequences.